Hi. Um, so welcome back into this new LinkedIn Live. Today the live is based on one of your questions, and it was like, how can I manage actually two deadlines, Stefania's, when they are happening in the same days? And so I have replied your question, and then I was just like, okay, let's do a live because many people are gonna ask the same. I am very conscious today about the time. I can't stay like longer. So, I mean, probably I will talk faster than what usually I do. But I hope everything is going to be understandable. In any case, we are always waiting 30 seconds, 1 minute for allowing all of you to join us. And then, I mean, we are gonna start. I think, I can say we are live already 1 minute. So I will just start this live. So hello everyone, and welcome back here on our weekly event, live event. For whoever doesn't know me, I am Stefania Arca, and I am a project manager. I have a project management agency called International Exit Strategy, and today I'm gonna reply one of your questions. It is how can I actually manage two deadlines that are gonna happen in the same day? So the title of today is gonna be One Day, Two Deadlines, and One Only Team. Let's dive in. So, real leadership, I want to show you here what is going to be actually real leadership in delivery. Here, it's not only a manner of managing, but it's also a manner of actually being strategic. So you just need to understand what is the best strategy for your own specific case. So I'm gonna show you today one of my case study, one situation that happens to me back in the days, and how I have solved it. I have solved it positively, and so I'm gonna talk about my own experience, but keep in mind that this strategy might change in your case. So if you have any doubts about your specific situation, please send me a DM, and I will be more than happy in discussing it with you. Why? Because have already told multiple times, but we are going to repeat it once more, that every project is unique, and all of your management needs to be tailored for the project. So in this case, the strategy needs to be tailored for the project and for fitting the purposes as well. So let's try to have an overview in front of us. So I had just put the deadline is gonna be the 31st of July, because we are recording this video in July, and I just choose July as example. So I have one client that give us one master plan. Inside the master plan, there are 7 different projects, 7 different scopes, and each project has their own uniqueness. So the idea is just we are in the same area with 7 different projects. So there are some sharing informations, maybe we are sharing the same street, for instance. We are sharing the same codes, building codes, anything like that. Sorry, for whoever doesn't know me, I came from the construction world. I am an architect and engineer as well. So the majority of my experience is based on construction project. So this example is based on a project in construction. So I had one client with one master plan and 7 different projects inside, that somehow they were sharing some information like the building codes or like the client itself, so the wish that the client wanted from this project. But everyone was unique, and so I mean, like T1 was starting and ending in 6 months, while like T2 maybe was in 9 months, just for saying. So what was happening? I had 2 scopes, or if you want to call them 2 projects, it is the same, that were in deadline in the same day, so the 31st of July. And I had like a very big team. Just like these 2 projects, there were like 18 people just in designing. So I had just put you that team 1 is smaller because the scope was smaller. The works that was supposed to do inside the project were smaller. And also like how forward it was in the timeline. They were in different places and they were in different stages. So team 1 was smaller than team 2. And I just want to highlight this because, of course, I use numbers also for solving our issue. How can I actually deliver 2 projects the same day? So in reality, you don't need to over-deliver anything. What you actually need to do is be strategic, so just think wisely. I have just used as my setting up, like clear boundaries, align expectation with a client and with my team, prioritizing delivery and protecting my team, because I want always to avoid anyone to go in burnout. Because if one of my team member goes in burnout, I can't use that person anymore. So I have a bigger issue after, because I need to train someone else, or because I am understaffed, or because simply I don't have new people to hiring because all his friends just don't want to join my company. So there are so many consequences for burnout, and I want to avoid it every time. So what actually did I do? I just set my own boundaries. For instance, like the burnout, I don't want people overwhelmed. I don't want people no sleeping during the night, anything like that. And then most importantly was just like align expectations. And in this case, what I did was just like I wanted to negotiate again one of the 2 one of the 2 deadlines with the client. And why? Simply because I just stepped in the project that someone else had already like taken the deal, so I was not able to join in the moment where my company was like dealing with the client in the first place. And also because even if I were there, life gets in the way, so many situations happens, many of them are out of our control. And if you know, in management, in project management, you always need to monitoring what is the situation. And in this case, for reason 1, 2, and 3, some of the tasks inside some of the work packages took longer than what expected in the plan, and therefore the timeline had to change somehow. So I just simply asked my client, please, can we just have a call, a meeting about this deadline, because I just want to clarified some of the doubts that I might have, that my team has as well, because of course I had collected all my team feedback, and I just want to understand what is going on, why we have this deadline, because I just want to give you what you want, and I just want to give you what you want in the best way possible, of course. So I had simply this meeting, and during the meeting, the client said that in reality, he didn't want all of the package that were arranged back in the days, but the client simply said me, I need this deadline by the 31st of July, because starting like from the 1st of August, I have another contract with other contractor and suppliers and or the stakeholders for the costing. So I need the information for starting the other contract, because it has already been arranged, has already been signed, so it's already committed. And you can't skip this deadline, but if you find a way to give me the information for the costing, I don't have a problem in discussing it. And of course, I understand that based on the first contract that they had with us, he had taken other commitment with someone else for starting another task that my company was not in charge of. And that's perfectly fine. So, I would just like, if you need costing, actually, you don't need all the information that you have arranged earlier. So if for you it's fine, I can study another plan for give you the information that you need for the costing and move all the rest of the information 2 months after. The client, I agree with that. This was the basic core idea behind, and we moved forward in that way. So this is just a comparison of what most people do and what the second part, the orange one, is what I had done. So the first line is wrong, I'm sorry. So what most people who had done in my situation was try to deliver everything. And you can't do everything. You are just a human. Time, unfortunately, is whatever it is. We can't change the time quantity, so you can't just deliver everything. If your team has already come back to you saying that they can't manage everything, and in any case, there had been some other situation coming into your project, you can see it from the monitoring, saying that some tasks has taken longer than what expected. So most people will try to deliver everything, will just ended up with a burnout team. We create a misalignment between the direction level or the management level and the delivery level. So, you can lose trust with your team. And yeah, the last part is losing trust also from the client, because if you deliver something with low quality, the client is not going to be happy. So what I did was just asking why behind the deadline. As I said, identified critical element for the costing. This was happening, of course, after the meeting, partially during the meeting, of course, because I know my job, but it mainly was happening after. When I was identified was necessary and was not necessary as well for the costing or not. So, we can say prioritizing what is important right now and what can be delayed 2 months after. And as I said, negotiating a partial delivery plus a pushback. In this case, I asked for 2 months. And let's analyzing what was happening inside our like team. So we said earlier that we had two teams, team 1 and team 2, and team 2 was the one with the bigger with the majority number of team members. So I have worked first of all on their calendar. I have analyzed what were the work packages that were included in the project that the team 2 was working on. And, not work packages have the same weight. They are not going to require the same effort. And so, I have just highlighted here, visually speaking, for instance, that work package 01 is the most complex or the most numbered in deliverables, anything like that. So is the weather one. And the other one were lighter. So based on this, my strategy was just I was just trying to free people from the team 2 to move in the team 1, and making sure that everything was in place. I think it's missing one slide. One second, please. Yeah, sorry. I don't know why the 2 slide get messed up. So, no, sorry. So the idea was just that I have, if the deadline was the 31st of July, this was the milestone with the client. But I set up internally other 2 deadlines. One 7 days before the 31st and one 2 weeks before, in a way that our job in 2 weeks or 1 week earlier were done. We could also send out issuing the deliverables. The 31st of July was not a problem. What was important for me was making sure that the person that I was assigning an internal deadline 2 weeks before the client milestone were actually closing everything with that work package. And I was able then to move that person in the team number 1 and helping those people as well. So this was my strategy, creating something internal that actually was working. And I was able also to move people from one team to another one, because I was mentioning earlier, we are talking about the same master plan. So the people also knew already the client, what were the wishes, etc. And this was saving me time in training new resources that I had to ask to some other teams that they were not related with my master plan, etc. And maybe they were not even the perfect fit for the task that I needed. So this is an example of what actually happened. So let's take an example of the fire strategy. In this case, I have said okay, in the fire strategy, one of the things that you need to check are going to be the penetration. So penetration is every time you have one architectural, one element crossing another one. So it could be a structure with an architecture, so a bin with a wall, anything like that, or the column, something like that, or even an MEP could be a pipe that is gonna go against a wall, and that is a penetration. In a construction world, it's called penetration. So let's assume that I had 1,000 penetration in my project, but not all of them were fires related. For the fire strategy, I needed only the penetration that for some reason were able to create a fire. As I said, like if I have like a column crossing on a wall that is not related with a fire, so I was able like to take them out from my count of 1,000 and reducing only 700. Why? Because the fire penetrations, the one fire protection penetration were the most expensive. And that was one of the detail that I needed to study for the costing. While like a column plus a wall, I have the quantity of the column, I have the quantity of the wall. Exactly how is connecting the two is not changing the cost. So that part, for instance, that detail was something that was pushed back 2 months after. So I have just reduced it from 1,000 to 700. So I am, in any case, providing a lot of the deliverables, don't get me wrong, but 300 is pushed back like in 2 months after. So at the end like of September. So once I have like all the penetration that are only fire related, I'm gonna split them per types, and I'm gonna like highlight which one are gonna be, I don't know, like the gas with the wall instead of another penetration that is not related with gas, but it's related in any case with ventilation, and it needs a different type of protection. So these walls were like type 1 and type 2. And instead of modeling all of them, I have just a highlight based on the scheme how many I had, how creating a schedule. So I have just said like for the type 1, I have 50 cases. For the type 2, I have 100 cases. For doing that, I asked the help of another team that in this case was the BIM team. And this is really specific with construction. BIM stands for Building Information Modeling. So, I asked them to create a system inside our drawings, inside our model in reality, for find out all this penetration. Then I asked to create a bespoke parameter for highlighting only the fire rated that were supposed to be issued during this 31st of July deadline. In that way, with this parameter, I was able to create the schedule. And then after that, after the schedule, I was just creating the drawing with all the information that I need for the costing. So how much it should be, how thick it should be like the protection, how long it should be like the protection. So what kind of block do I need, anything like that. All of this information were going directly in the costing. So my strategy was just like a quantity plus the typicals. And as I said, like in this, so in this way, I have focused only on what actually drives the cost. And the result was just like when the team number 1 that was taking care of the fire strategy was seeing that actually it was everything more manageable because they had lesser things to control. They, even in their mindset, they move from coming back to me and say something like, Stefania, I can't do it. There's no way I can manage all of this package of the forest strategy for the 31st of July. They change from the no to yes. We can actually do it now. Of course, they needed a little extra help. So I moved the people from the team 2 to the team one only at the end. So they were mainly in deliverables. They were not like studying anything in the 5 strategy. But I mean, this is part of the game. And to be honest, everyone were happy. So just remember that the deadlines don't move, but the people can. And I mean, when you're a team where everyone sees like, okay, I'm struggling today, you're not, but tomorrow is gonna be the other situation. I mean, you're gonna start like the team spirit that you actually want, and everyone are gonna be happy to help each other. It's gonna be also a new way for learning something that they maybe are the first time that they are seeing, because they have always worked in a different work package. So to be honest, I mean, it was a win-win. And at the end, we had issued both for the scope at the 31st, and I mean, the client didn't get the full package because there is the pushback. That's okay. But at the end, he was not worried. To be honest, he was happy to know that, I mean, I am honest with you, my client. I can't do what you want, but I want to understand how can I actually help you. He got what he wanted. He didn't have any problem with the other people that were in the commitment starting from the 1st of August. So, I mean, they got what they wanted. They trust me, even in the future, for getting more flexible. So if they had the issues, if they want to discuss something, they were more than happy to send me an email and say, Stefania, I have a condition, a situation that I wish to discuss with you. Are you available for a call? Yes, of course I am. Just, I mean, this is my availability. Tell me which one fit with yours, and we're gonna meet. No worries. And to be honest, there had been no surprise, because the client already knew that he was not getting 100% or whatever was agreed like 1 year before, sorry. And there was no panic, because the team, as I said, actually was able to say, yes, we can do it now. And yeah, so as I said, like the strategy here, we just spoke the same language, like money and deliverables, and everyone were really, really happy. So this is how I solved like 2 deliverables the same day. This is my strategy. And I hope like you gain some kind of inspiration by it. If you want to know more, I mean, I have for you here my exit strategy way. In international exit strategy, as I always say, like we just don't build the process, but we build also protection, because I didn't have anyone in my team like going in burnout, so they were fresh for starting the next task from the 1st of August. We were all speaking like the same language, so like the client, the team, and the timeline, we were all aligned. Everyone knew exactly what was happening, and everyone were just there for finding a solution for achieving our goal in our company and the client goal as well. And we had just delivered everything without any drama. So there hadn't been like any conflict in the team. As I said, like some people were more than happy in moving in another work package, and just learning something new that, I mean, they never have the occasion before to face. So yeah, I mean, happy to reply some of your comments. I can see like, good afternoon, Giuseppe. Tom is saying, I have enjoyed learning about the different strategies that you use in your industry to delivery project. It's also great to hear how you inspire your teams to change their mindset from we can't do it to we can do it. Thank you for sharing about this topic, Stefania. Thank you, Tom. I'm happy that the comments are just like for appreciation. And yeah, if you have any questions, guys, you're more than welcome to contacting me as a DM or leaving a comment below this live. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's Tom. For me, it's very important that the people have the mindset to say, yes, we can do it. Yes, yes, yes. I don't want to hear people that are starting like a sentence saying like no, or like with this is unrealistic. Every time that there is something like that, I always have a conversation with a person trying to understand why. Not because I just want to bring my control above them, but simply because I actually want to know their opinion. Because at the end of the day, I mean, guys, if we are a team, it's simply because the project life is so complex and we actually can't do everything by our own. Unfortunately, fortunately, this is the direction that our society is taking. No one wants to pay extra people that are unneeded. So if team exists, is because someone else is more expert than me in something, or because even if I know how to do their job, it's just like in that moment they have a overall picture that I don't have because my focus is something else. So if someone is coming to me saying like, no, I can't do it, I want to understand why. Because if it's my problem, so if it's because I haven't managed properly, that is my team, that is my problem, and I just need to solve it in terms of leader. This is my way of working, and this is my result. Okay, I can't see any other comments, and I am very like short in time today. So yeah, I mean, as I repeat once more, if you want if you have any questions, if you want to discuss anything, feel free to DM me or comment below this video. For the rest, I just gonna thank you all for having here, and I just leave you to your rest of the day. Have a lovely afternoon, and see you next week